Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but I'm back with chapter 4 of Quest for the Diamond Sword. Let's just get right into it. As soon as I find the page. So awesome. There we go. Alright, chapter 4. Treasure Hunters in the Temple. Steve opened his eyes and saw dust. Well, it wasn't exactly dust. It was sand. It seemed to go on forever. He was in a desert, far from the familiarity of his wheat farm in the village. Steve was worried about finding food. It seemed like a barren wasteland. There was nothing. He had heard about people ending up in the desert, finding mirages, and getting lost in the expanse. He could build a house with sandstone blocks or mine. Worried that he was low on food bars, he walked through the desert in search of anything. The tan blocks were almost blinding. The stairs were built out of bricks of sand. He stood high atop a stack of blocks to see if there was a village in the distance, but there wasn't. Steve thought this was the end. He was going to die and be respawned back in the wheat farm. If that happened, zombies would probably just attack him in his home. He trudged along the sandy streets of the desert, hoping he'd see some light. When he had given up hope, Steve started to mine. He could get a bunch of sandstone blocks, be able to build a house and start a new life in this desolate world. He used his pickaxe and got deep beneath the surface. After mining for a while, he came upon an enormous square.
Here's how you can build a bomb.
He knew that was where treasure could be found. Maybe he could find his diamond. Steve dug a hole into the center of this desert temple. Its temple looked like an Egyptian pyramid. As he entered the temple, he heard some voices. He wasn't alone. "Who's here?" Steve screamed with a quiver in his tone. But there was no response. He could hear people whispering, and he was worried that he would be attacked. "Who are you?" Steve called out again. Utter silence. Suddenly, 3 people emerged from behind the sandstone wall. 2 boys and a girl. "Don't tell him, Henry!" The boy with dyed blue leather armor and a blue helmet yelled at his friend, who stood holding a pickaxe and wearing gold armor and a gold helmet. "Max, everyone knows the only reason people go into temples is to find the fortune." Henry told his friend with the blue helmet. "You have to trust him," chimed in a third friend with pink leather armor and a pink helmet. "Lucy, why should we?" Henry sounded annoying. "Are you treasure hunters?" Steve questioned the group. After encountering the grief from the nether, he was suspicious of everyone. "Maybe." Henry said with an attitude. "Are you alone?" Max asked Steve. "Yes," he replied, hoping they weren't griefers planning to ruin his day or even kill him. They didn't have anything too valuable on him, because he had spent all his gold on a new chance to build an apple, and Steve was close to starving. He looked over at the gang of 3 and realized that he was going to have to trust and join them. He had no other choice. "How are you planning on getting the treasure?" "You know it's trapped," said Steve. "Of course we know that. We're experts," said Henry. "Do you want in? We can split the loot," Lucy offered. "If you're experts, why do you need my help?" Steve was suspicious. "Because we feel sorry for you," Lucy smiled. "Our motto is the more the merrier. We love making friends," said Max. Henry looked at his friend. "Maybe we should just leave him alone. He may be a griefer. How can we trust him?" "He seems nice," said Lucy. "How do you know he seems nice?" Henry was shocked. "We just met him." "You're right, he could be a griefer, but he seems scared of us," Lucy said to defend herself. "True, but that could be an act. He could be a cunning griever." Henry never trusted anybody, but there weren't a lot of people who trusted Henry. Well, there's only one way we can find out if he is a griever. We have to let him work with us, said Max. "Where are you from?" Henry asked Steve. "I live in a wheat farm by a village. I left it when it was being attacked by zombies," Steve told the group. "A wheat farm?" Lucy questioned. "It's not just a wheat farm. I also grew carrots, potatoes, and pumpkins, and I breed pigs." "Carrots?" Henry's eyes beamed. Carrots were extremely valuable, and Henry knew Steve must have lots of resources on the farm. That meant Steve was valuable. "Yes, I have a large house." Steve didn't want to sound like he was bragging, but he was proud of his property. He had more than 6 bedrooms and multiple beds. He had food that could serve several uses. He had worked hard to get all of this, but he stopped himself from saying too much. He had seen the glint in Henry's eyes, and he didn't like it. "You have extra rooms in your house?" Lucy asked Steve. "Yes, I have 6. Steve replied and added for no reason in particular. "I also have an ocelot named Snuggles." "That's nice," Lucy nodded her head. "If we let you join us, will you take us to your wheat farm?" Henry asked with a smile. "Yes, but I'm afraid I may have been taken over by zombies. I was helping the local villagers. I dropped my armor, and now there is an armored zombie on the loose,"
Suck my robot balls.
said Max. "I know," Steve agreed. "We'll help you slay the zombie," said Henry. "I have a plan," Steve said. He realized he couldn't battle the zombies alone. Since he had nothing for these guys to steal, he had to trust them. He needed help, so he told the gang his plan to find 40 diamonds and craft the most powerful sword. "That's a genius idea," Lucy smiled. "We went in," said Henry. "Why?" Steve couldn't shake his suspicions. Our home was destroyed, and we'd rather hunt for treasures than build a house. We lived on a weed farm. We'd go on endless treasure hunts collecting jewels. Then he told Steve. And Max is an expert fighter, Lucy added, so you really want him on your side. Okay, Steve replied. He was trying to trust these new people. He was trying to make new friends. But suddenly, as he walked further into the temple, he realized he might be stepping into a booby trap. That's the end of chapter 4.
I'm about to come. Oh my God.